49ers Cal High Sports is presented by U.S. Bank. Life keeps moving. We're here for every step. U.S. Bank member, FDIC.
This week on 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank, the sun is shining and we have the spring sports highlights. We'll see Foothill take on De La Salle, Los Gatos meets Los Altos, and Bishop O'Dowd in a night game with Castro Valley.
We have thrilling softball action with San Mateo and Woodside, Bellarmine and Mitty in volleyball, and the story of the Milpitas softball player finding her family. It's all next on 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank.
Hello everyone, welcome to 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank. I'm Robert Bronstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. We start with a great baseball game from week 2 in the West Catholic League. Both St. Francis and Serra starting this week with 2-0 league records. Serra with a perfect 10-0 record overall. The Padres' St. Mary's commit Ian Josephson is hitting .516 this season.
St. Francis thrives on its pitching. The Lancers with a team ERA of just 1.12. A clash of West Catholic League powers at Serra this week.
Ian Josephson being introduced to the crowd as Serra takes on St. Francis on its brand new field. Great defense from the Padres early as Jack Armstrong fires a strike to Josephson to nab the runner at second. Serra loads the bases in the bottom half of the first, but Landon Kim gets out of it as he gets the strikeout to end the inning. No score after 1. Bases loaded for the Lancers in the third, and Kyle McMillan takes ball 4. That allows Henry Dahmer to come in to score, and it's 1-0 St. Francis Lancers. Mateo Pignotti adds on to the lead as Mateo grounds one to the right side of the infield. The Padres get the out at second, but Bobby Hill comes in to score, and it's 2-0 Lancers after 3. 1-on for the Padres in the 6th, but once again the Lancers get out of it as Bobby Hill fields the grounder and fires it to Sione Talua at first. Still 2-0 St. Francis Lancers after 6. Bases loaded again for St. Francis in the 7th, and Mateo Pignotti takes ball 4. That allows Jack Leeper to come in and score as the Lancers take a 3-0 lead. Still bases juiced for Sione Talua, who takes one for the team as Sione gets hit by the pitch. Kyle McMillan comes in to score, and it's 4-0 St. Francis Lancers. 2 on, 2 out for the Padres in the bottom half, and Brody LaRoque shuts the door as he induces the pop-up. Kyle McMillan makes the play as the St. Francis Lancers take Game 1 of the home-and-home series against Serra to improve to 3-0 in the West Catholic League.
Cupertino taking on Santa Clara for an El Camino Division showdown on a rainy, then sunny Thursday afternoon. Tino starting pitcher Jet Hattori throws 4 scoreless innings to start it off. We're in the bottom of the 4th. The Pioneers have a runner on third for Rowan Gutierrez, who hits a fly ball to center. Jacob Bestuel tags up and scores on the sac fly to give Tino the 1-run lead. The Bruins starter John Kepner gets out of the inning with one of his 5 strikeouts on the day, allowing no earned runs in his 4 innings of work. It's 2-1 Tino in the top of the 6th. Bases loaded and the Bruins go with the squeeze. Dominic Chavaria lays down the bunt. Brendan Lindsay scores. The game is tied at 2 with the bases still loaded. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. This time, Nathaniel Sanchez lays down the bunt. Charles Conley scores the go-ahead run. It's 3-2 Santa Clara. Bruins aren't done. Bases still juiced when Andrew Traffus grounds the ball through the infield. Chavaria and Sanchez score, and Connor O'Hoole decides to take off for home plate, scoring all the way from first, and it ends up being a bases-clearing hit for Traffus. The score is 7-2 in the bottom of the 6th. Bases loaded for Zach Kwan, turning on the pitch and getting it to fall down the left field line. Arian Shaw, Haruto Nida, and Brandon Chang all score from the double from Kwan to make it a 2-run game. Jonathan Young comes in to close out the ball game for the Bruins, getting the final batter to fly out to Hoole in center field, and Santa Clara goes to 5-1 in League, 9-2 on the season.
The Alameda Hornets taking the home field against Castro Valley. Top 1 for the Trojans, 1 on for Alanis Robertson, who drives it high and deep to left. The yellow ball is out of here. The Alanis home run scores her twin sister Alicia. 2-0 Castro Valley. Alanis, a sophomore on the mound, doing good work early on. Alanis with 2 Ks in the first, but the Hornets sting back in the third. 1 on for Desiree Showblow, and this is a big blow for Desiree way out and left. The 2-run shot ties the game at 2-2 after 3. The Hornets looking for more. A pop to right, but coming in to make a terrific diving catch is Chloe Spade, and we stay tied at 2-2. Nice play here by Alameda, a shot to right, and going back on it is Delaney Mahoney-Bick, and that was an adventure, but a nice catch. A little trouble with the dismount. Alameda with a runner on in the 5th as Miley Gradney waits on the changeup and drills it down the third base line. Heading to third is Maddie Yoon, and she is safe. It's a double for Gradney, but the Hornets did not score. Still tied top 7, 2 on for Castro Valley as Giselle de Casas crushes it deep to right. One hop to the fence. Heading home are the Robertson twins. It's a clutch 2-run double for de Casas, 4-2 Alameda. The Hornets threatening bottom 7. One on for Abby Haynes, who sends a rocket to right center. Racing around and scoring from first is Mia Wong, and it's 4-3. 2 down, runner at third. The ball is lined to second, and there to make a diving catch is Alicia Robertson to end a thrilling game. 4-3 Castro Valley, the final. The Trojans now 2-0 in league.
Mitty hosts Bellarmine with both teams undefeated in the WCAL. Ronnie Wong in the back row receives. Ryan Barnes sets for the Santa Barbara commit William Dryden. Mitty takes a 12-11 lead. Monarchs hold the lead. EJ Tejano to Barnes, who sets it for Dryden, who comes flying in. Mitty takes the set 25-22. Here come the Bells. Castro Roddig to Cole Morgan. Morgan sets for JJ Barn for the kill. Bell leads by 3. Same setup here. Roddig to Morgan, but it's Holden Finley on the outside to stuff the block. 25-22, Bells win the set. Bellarmine leads by 5 in the third, then Morgan and Peter Bejarano go up for the block, and Peter takes care of business. Bells hold the lead late. Matthias Correa receives, and it's Morgan to Finley. Bellarmine takes the third set, 25-21. Mitty needs this set to keep the undefeated season alive. Nicholas Jacobs-Kruger gets the kill for the Monarchs to take an 18-10 lead. Set point for Mitty. Dryden to Oscar Clement, back to Dryden, who fires a rocket. Bell can't hold on, and we are going to set 5 with the Monarchs soon section in good vibes after 25-15 fourth set. The senior captain Tejano to the junior captain Barnes for the 6'6 senior Dryden, who flies in for yet another kill. 6-3 Mitty in the 5th. Bell ties it up here when Barnes gets a huge block, but Mitty takes the lead right back and has match point on EJ serve. Bell looks to respond, but Jacobs-Kruger uses all of his 6'4 height to go up for the block, and he gets it as Mitty wins the set and match to move to 6-0 in league, with Dryden leading the way with 30 kills.
Each week, the Rikus Center presents the Gary Rikus Players of the Week Award.
Remember to vote for the Player of the Week on our YouTube membership page. The Players of the Week are featured in a rap performed by our friends at the Rikus Center. Here are this week's Players of the Week.
Yeah, Rikus Center, 49ers Cal High, your Gary Rikus Players of the Week. He's a freshman phenom, Massimo Mattoni, cooking hitters like hot bowls of minestrone. An ace on the mound for the Highlanders. Piedmont's glad to have this sharp right-hander. His last start was a 4-hit complete game, striking out 6, no runs in each frame. That's a shutout. Massimo's firing up the dugout, leaving hitters frozen like cardboard cutouts.
Players of the Week, get you open like a cabinet. Junior midfielder, Olivia Abbott. Prep Gators, take bait to the swamp, drag it. 4 goals, 12-4. Redwood had no answers, advanced on the field. She committed to Stanford. Sacred Heart, one of the best in NorCal with a chance to hit penalty shots. That's when you're lost playing lacrosse. Happy Women's Month from D. LeBrie and Bennett Ross. It's a Cal High thing, repping sports in the spring, spitting shorts. Hope for sure the Warriors win a ring.
Presentation High School, San Jose's all-girls high school, presents the Female Scholar Athlete Award each week. This week's Presentation High's Female Scholar Athlete is Saira Ramakrishnan from the Saratoga softball team. Saira with a very impressive 4.3 GPA.
Families choose Presentation High School to give their daughters the all-girls advantage, an environment designed to empower young women to thrive without barriers or distractions. Research shows all-girls schools foster confidence, leadership, and academic excellence. 80% of girls in these settings say their opinions are respected, compared to just 57% in co-ed schools. This supportive atmosphere also encourages students to explore new opportunities, with graduates being 6 times more likely to pursue STEM in college. At Presentation, girls excel academically, athletically, and socially. Discover the all-girls advantage for yourself. Schedule a tour today at presentationhs.org.
The San Francisco Giants present the Coach of the Week award every week. This week's San Francisco Giants Coach of the Week is
St. Francis baseball coach Eric Weigel. The Lancers picking up 2 big West Catholic League wins last week. Eric Weigel from St. Francis, this week's San Francisco Giants Coach of the Week. Coming up, it's the Chick-fil-A sportsmanship game as Mills battles Notre Dame Belmont.
And Menlo-Atherton takes on Sacred Heart Prep when 49ers Cal High Sports, presented by U.S. Bank, returns.
At U.S. Bank, we know how good it feels to reach your milestones, but we also know what really goes into getting you there. That's why we introduced Co-Browse, which connects you to a real banker in real time to help you do anything from adding a new debit card, learning how to save smarter, even creating spending limits.
Mind if I just grab the one?
With Co-Browse, we're always there for you on your road to here. Because there's nothing as powerful as the power of us.
Young Zoe was born to be a champion because even as a kid, she had a thirst for knowledge. Each evening, Zoe's late-night reading took her on a learning adventure. Today, Zoe applies her wealth of knowledge to all of her repair calls for service champions. Because of our well-trained technicians like Zoe, we can make the guarantee that we'll fix it right the first time or it's free. Service Champions is now offering a $58 furnace tune-up. Call 800-5-CHAMPS.
Go for the gold.
Get your Matt Chapman Gold Glove bobblehead on April 5th. A golden giveaway for Giants fans. Giants baseball, nothing like it.
Welcome back to the NBC Sports Studio here at Levi's Stadium. We head to the peninsula now, where the Mills Vikings are off to a great start. The Vikings are 8-1 with league play starting this week.
The Vikings traveling down 101 to Belmont to meet the Notre Dame Belmont Tigers this week. The Tigers with a 5-2 record starting league play. It's our Chick-fil-A sportsmanship game, which means a juicy Chick-fil-A chicken sandwiches after the game for both teams. We don't know if Jake Vanderbrook will get a chicken sandwich, but we know he's going to be there to cover the action.
Oh, he'll get a sandwich.
Getting excited for a Peninsula Ocean Division showdown in Belmont as Notre Dame Belmont takes on Mills. Starting with the Tigers, they've won 5 of their first 7 games, and Juliet Ramirez and Skylar Liu are big reasons why. They're both spectacular at the plate with a .500 batting average. And for the Vikings, they made a lot of noise to start the season, winning 8 of its first 10 games, which includes beating Mitty back on March 1st. Jazzy Maskey is having a great start to the season, hitting .559 with 15 ribbies. It's Mills and Notre Dame Belmont in our Chick-fil-A sportsmanship game. The Vikings would strike first in the first as Lucy Esquivel lifts this ball out the center as Haley Trong makes the catch. Tagging and scoring is Jazzy Maskey, 1-0 Mills. Mills would extend its lead in the fourth as Audrey Jang hits a high fly ball out the left, and you can kiss that ball goodbye. That's a solo blast for Audrey, 2-0 Mills. The Tigers look to roar back in the fourth. Runner on for Caroline Zarella, who goes oppo with an RBI single as Claire Kimball scores, 2-1 Mills after 4 innings. Top 5, Jolie Wong cranks his ball out to right, and this ball's going to the fence for a triple. Next batter, let Jazzy do her thing. Great piece of hitting here with this RBI single to bring home Wong. 3-1 Vikings. To the bottom half, Haley Trong had a big game delivering with 3 knocks, which includes this blooper to the right. Hey, a knock is a knock, Haley. Couple batters later, Skylar Liu drives this ball out the left center. It's heading to the fence. An RBI double for Skylar as Haley scores. It's a 3-2 ball game. Couple batters later, Stella Hurd finds the grass out and right for a knock to bring home Juliet Ramirez, all tied at 3. Top 6, Vikings with a runner in scoring position. Hard hit ball to third, and Skylar Liu checks the runner, then fires a dart to Stella Hurd, and the runner is out. A great play there by Skylar, and from there the Tigers would score 3 runs in the bottom half to seal the deal. 2 of those runs came from bases loaded walks, along with this sac fly by Haley Trong. Notre Dame Belmont begins league play with a dub, beating Mills 6-3. This is what Skylar Liu had to say after the game.
We've been working hard. We practice every day. Like, we have a lot of heart. We've worked so hard to be here. And I just want, everyone to know that we're going to be up there. We're going to be fighting with the big teams. In Belmont with the Chick-fil-A sportsmanship game, I'm Jake Vanderbrook. 49ers Cal High Sports.
Off to Atherton now as Menlo-Atherton takes on Sacred Heart Prep. MA on the board first in the second. Ronan Cutright hits it the other way for a 2-out triple. Jack Wilbanks comes in to score, and it's 1-0 Menlo-Atherton Bears. Masataka Shooter up to bat next for the Bears, and Masataka sends a line drive to right center field for extra bases as Ronan Cutright comes in to score. MA gets another un-Americally RBI single, and it's 3-0 Bears after 2. Bottom 3 now, and Jack Wilbanks executes the safety squeeze to perfection. Sacred Heart Prep gets the out at first, but David Lopez comes in to score 4-0 MA Bears. Devin Saltzgaver gets out of it as Devin gets the punch out to end the inning. Still 4-0 MA Bears. Jack Molise was spectacular on the mound for MA. Jack striking out the side in order in the 4th inning. Jack would finish the game with 9 strikeouts, only allowing a hit. To the bottom half now, and Ryder Kelly hits it high and deep to left field. There it goes! See ya! A 2-run shot for the UC Davis commit as the Bears take a 6-0 lead. Jimmy Saharias adds on in the 5th as the senior lines one to left for a base hit. Ronan Cutright comes in to score again as the Bears cruise to a 10-0 win over Sacred Heart Prep to go to 1-0 in the Peninsula Bay League. Jack Molise with the 1-hit shutout for the victorious Bears.
Taylor Flipson checking in at stick check. The Amador Valley Dons hosting the San Ramon Valley Wolves. Dons strike first. Giselle Bauman strike finds the back of the net, taking the lead 1-0. Just seconds later in the first, the Wolves respond with this Ava Horrocks to Leah Wilgus goal, knotting it up. SRV would score 2 more after that one, making it 3-1, and then it's this dynamic duo Horrocks to Wilgus again, extending their lead. Amador staying in it. Summer Brown finds sophomore Elisa Jimerson across for the goal to make it 4-2 SRV after the first. San Ramon Valley roars ahead in the second half with goals like this one for Horrocks. The UC Davis commit makes it 7-3 SRV. Check this one out though, folks. Graciela Kerr applying the pressure, spins off a defender, bounces it in the bottom corner. That was nice. Amador able to get one back early in the 4th. Charlotte Merrill gets this one by to cut the Dons deficit to 8. But the Wolves get the last word. Jessica Sprague flicks it by, the second of the night for the senior to seal the deal. San Ramon Valley first league game of the season is a win.
Service Champions honors student athletes who do great work around campus.
This week, we spotlight Clay Hinsdale from the Serra football and baseball team. Off the field and diamond, Clay dives into the Sports Science Club, breaking down everything in baseball analytics, from calculating exit velocity to determining launch angles. He also brings energy to the Ultimate Frisbee Club as well as the Zumba Club, dancing to a variety of Latin beats. Clay Hinsdale is this week's Service Champions Student Spotlight.
D-Line Constructors presents the D-Line Defensive Play of the Week every week. This week's D-Line Constructors Defensive Play of the Week goes to Kylie Armstrong from Castro Valley with an unassisted double play. Nicely done, Kylie Armstrong, with the D-Line Constructors Defensive Play of the Week.
Delta Dental honors entire teams who do great work in the classroom with the Smiles for Scholars Award.
This week we feature the Castellea girls basketball team with a 3.94 team GPA, the highest GPA for a girls basketball team in the CCS this season.
Coming up, Campolindo battles Northgate at St. Mary's College.
And Santa Teresa League softball as Live Oak takes on Silver Creek. But first, here is this week's U.S. Bank Bay Area Top 10 softball poll.
From the beginning, West Credit Union was created to provide a brighter financial future for you. We work hard for our members because they're our greatest strength.
West worked for me when I needed an auto loan for my first car.
When I need to make a mobile payment, West works for me.
West works for me wherever adventure takes us.
West Credit Union, let us work for you today, tomorrow, together.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A.
A is for above and beyond.
An extra level of care.
A game.
From caring for our guests and our community to cleanliness and safe service with a My Pleasure. A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
A little funky dance.
And that too.
Diamond Training and Development is the Bay Area's largest training facility. Our expert coaches with decades of experience will help you raise your game to the next level. Diamond Training and Development makes sure you stay safe while you train to keep you in the game. Our state-of-the-art equipment will help make your game better than the rest. For baseball, softball, and personal training, Diamond Training and Development will help you get the game you want. Start getting better today.
Applebee's Pick Six with NFL head coach Dan Campbell.
A pick six is when the defense intercepts the ball and runs it back for a touchdown.
And when that happens on Sunday, you get 6 free boneless wings at Applebee's on Monday. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
We are Bishop O'Donnell High School, and you're watching 49ers Cal High Sports, presented by U.S. Bank.
The Diablo League starts divisional play next week, but an interesting cross-divisional game this week as Campolindo meets Northgate. Campo with a 6-1 record. Occidental commit William Myers hitting .500 with 11 hits this season.
Cross-divisional? What does that mean?
That means 2 different divisions. Same league, 2 different divisions.
Okay. Northgate comes in with a 5-2 record. Blaine Ballard is hitting .591 for the Broncos with 13 hits this season. Blaine also the goalie on the soccer team, the receiver and kicker on the football team. I believe he will wash my car before the game. He does it all. Northgate and Campolindo at St. Mary's College this week.
Tyler Flipson here at the Campolindo Cougars for a non-league matchup taking on the Northgate Broncos at St. Mary's College. Cougs' Dom Caruso was on fire today, you'll see later in these highlights, getting this strikeout to close the first. Campo strikes first though. The throw to third gets away, bringing a waltzing William Myers home, making it 1-0 in the second. Cougs looking for more in the same inning, but the laser but Broncos, Robert Huardo flashing the quick hands to close the second inning. Campo bats firing again next inning. Jack Lusher with the shot to center for the stand-up double. It looks like he's feeling good about it over there. Well, he was right to feel good, because that sets up this Frank Policia one-hopper to short that gets away, sending Luster home, and it's 2-0 Campo. Bottom fourth now. A Broncos pass ball allows Campo's Jonathan Wayne come barreling down from third across the plate, extending their lead 3-0. Oh gas, no breaks from Campo in the same inning. Luster puts this one into left for a base hit, sending Blake Robinson tacking on another run. Just moments later, Augie Martinez grounds this one to second. Broncos get the out there, but a wild throw to first sends Luster home, making a 5-0 Campo lead. Now it's Caruso staying perfect in the top of the fifth, with not one K, but how about a backwards one to follow it? He's thrown a no-hitter to this point. Now in the top of the seventh, Broncos looking to spoil the no-hitter with 2 outs, a high shot to center, but Luke McLeod is there to save the no-hitter. The junior Caruso has done it. His first career no-hitter. What a game for the stud, and what a day to be a Cougar, taking down Northgate 6-0.
Santa Teresa Division softball with Silver Creek at Live Oak. Juliana Altamirano dealing for the Acorns. Strikes out the side in the second, would go on to strike out 8 in a row. Eden Svoboda lays down the bunt to advance the runner from second, but the throw to first gets away. Kayla Tulowitzki comes in to score. Eden slides into third. 2-0 Live Oak. Ava Chapman brings in Svoboda on the line. Drive to center field that gets past the fielder to the fence. The junior is in with a stand-up double, make it 3-0 Live Oak. Acorns pour it on in the third. Olivia Mixo with a grounder up the middle to center field. 2-run score, 7-0 Live Oak to end the third. Top 5 now 10-0 Acorns with 2 on 2 out. Amani Mayo hits a sharp grounder to third that gets through to the outfield. Both runs coming to score, and Silver Creek is on the board. Next batter up is Evangeline Kuvas. She hits it to shallow right, and the ball gets down and past the right fielder, and the runners will run. Mayo scores, and Kuvas rolls into second. Live Oak responds in the bottom half. Chapman hits it high and deep to center. It stays in the field, and Ava turns on the Jets and dives into third. I give the dive a 10 out of 10. Later in the inning, Altamirano gives the ball a good hit to center, and it'll roll a bit as 2 more runs come in to score. 2 more runs in the inning make this a mercy rule finish. Live Oak stays undefeated in league play, winning 14-4.
Each week, Chick-fil-A brings us stories of athletes who inspire us.
Jake Vanderberg joins us now with the story of a Milpitas softball player overcoming a challenging living situation.
Robert Aubrey, in this story of resilience, we follow April Price, whose life took a pivotal turn at a young age. However, softball became April's safe space, helping her navigate adversity while building strength along the way. Seeing April Price fielding pop flies and ground balls seems to be like any other practice for this terrific outfielder.
Well, all started when I started living with my cousin, and I saw my other second cousin playing, and it really I enjoyed watching a lot, and it definitely motivated me.
You'll never have to ask April to work harder. She has exceptional work ethic. She definitely leads vocally and by example.
While April is now excelling on the softball field, her early years were marked by significant hardships, including struggles with both her living situation and her education.
Me and my mom, and my brother did have a house all together. It was good, but my mom ended up losing custody of the house. We ended up living in a mobile home. I was never really pushed in school, so my spelling and grammar and stuff like that was very below average.
At just 10 years old, April made the difficult decision to move away from her mother and live with her guardians. Just a year after making this life-changing move, her mother fell into a coma due to struggles with drugs and alcohol.
It was rough. Her hair was shaved and there was a lot of tubes, and I know that's not really my choice as a child to stop my mom from doing certain things to cause her to get to that place. But I was young, so I blamed myself for a while.
With the instability at home and limited support, the absence of a stable family made her feel isolated and left alone.
It was harder because I was around like a lot of other kids, seeing them with like their family and everything, and like with the big family. And that was kind of hard because I didn't have that, but I did. Sorry. Yeah.
April's mother is now doing much better. April has noticed the positive changes in her mother's behavior, and it has filled her with happiness knowing the two can finally rebuild their relationship.
When I got to see her doing better, it made me very happy and proud at the same time, because I knew that it wasn't the same as she was doing before.
April still lives with her guardians, and over the years, she has developed a strong bond with her cousins, guardians, and other relatives.
Love them with all my heart. It makes me appreciate them so much, and being around them, I like to see them happy when when we're messing around or playing and stuff like that.
It was a blessing at the end of the day. It was rough in the beginning, but I mean, it turned out to be a very good blessing for us. She's real helpful, real respectful, and we treat her like one of our own. So,
with a great mindset and with a strong foundation, April has pushed herself to excel in both school and softball. In fact, she will continue her softball and academic career at the Academy of Art University starting next year.
We're very proud because we know that it could have easily went a different path, for sure. Like, she could have chose another route and not been on the road to graduate or go play college softball or go to college, period.
I'm really proud of April. I'm so excited for her. I'm excited for her success because what she's gone through, it could have broke her, but she chose for it to not be something that breaks her and for something to actually build her stronger.
At the end of the day, April Price's journey is a powerful testament to the strength and determination that can lead to success both in life and on the field.
Charges on 3, 1, 2, 3, charges! Ha!
April's journey from hardship to success is a true testament to the turning point that changed her life. Through her unwavering perseverance and the support of softball, she's shown that no obstacle is insurmountable.
Thank you so much, Jake. What an amazing story. Marist Credit Union brings us the Marist Merit Award, an award giving credit to Bay Area teachers.
Here's Luke Orrick from Mountain View High School giving credit to his favorite teacher, Jonathan Hubbs.
My favorite teacher is Mr. Hubbs. He teaches our AP Gov and Macro program. He's a very funny guy. He also knows what he's talking about. It's just been a really fun year. Learned a lot. Looking forward to the rest of the year.
Diamond Training and Development is an amazing baseball, softball, and training facility in Sunnyvale, led by former professional ball player and our good friend Adam Shorsher.
Each week, Diamond Training and Development brings us a diamond in the rough. This is a young athlete who is headed towards great success in their sport. And this week, we recognize pitcher Hannah Paquise, a sophomore on the Valley Christian softball team. Hannah is a great pitcher with a .98 ERA so far this season. Hannah Paquise, this week's Diamond Training and Development Diamond in the Rough.
Coming up, a big Dianza League game as Los Altos takes on Los Gatos.
And Bishop O'Dowd takes on Pinole Valley in softball. This is 49ers Cal High Sports, presented by US Bank.
Applebee's Pick 6 with NFL head coach Dan Campbell.
A pick 6 is when the defense intercepts the ball and runs it back for a touchdown. And when that happens on Sunday, you get 6 free boneless wings at Applebee's on Monday. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
For over 65 years, Delta Dental has been at the forefront of progressive healthcare for all, offering high-quality, affordable dental plans that strive to meet the needs of everyone. Today, we are the largest network of oral healthcare providers in the nation. At Delta Dental, we're committed to pushing the industry to transform modern healthcare so your family gets more moments that matter for generations to come. Schedule your oral health checkup today.
I'm Nancy Lambert, the director of the Schwab Learning Center at CHC. In a world where every second counts, education doesn't have to be a struggle. At the Schwab Learning Center, our learning specialists work one-on-one with high school and college students with ADHD, dyslexia, and other learning differences. We work with you to understand your learning and attention strengths and challenges. We help you develop strategies that optimize the way you learn. Discover the power of personalized learning that empowers students to excel. Your success is our mission.
I know that the model of credit unions is the very best one for human beings, and so how we bring that to life can truly transform people's lives. Lumen brings to us the capability to be able to serve members in ways that we haven't before. It is really about enhancing that need for that particular individual like we've never been able to do before, and I'm extremely excited about that.
My bad.
Baby bag, baby bag, baby bag, baby bag, baby bag, baby bag, baby bag.
49ers Cal High Sports is brought to you by Valley Christian Schools, supporting your quest for excellence. Help us bring positive attention to Bay Area teams every week. Become a 49ers Cal High Sports sponsor. Scan the QR code for details.
De Anza Division Baseball begins this week with each team playing home-and-home series against league rivals. The Los Gatos Wildcats are the defending league champs, finishing one game ahead of Los Altos. The Cats good again this year. Junior Brady Simon with 9 hits and 8 RBIs so far for the Cats.
Los Altos senior Jagger Heath has 9 hits in 7 games for the Eagles. Game 2 of the 2-game set played on Friday afternoon at Los Gatos. Here come the Los Gatos Wildcats after winning Game 1 of this series earlier in the week. Great pitching throughout the game. Aaron Baum starting for the Eagles and getting one of his 7 Ks there. The Cats with a runner at third, 2 down in the second, as Bo Musser shoots it to the right side. Musser just beats the throw to first. That plates Rowan Smith, 1-0 Wildcats. Starter Matt Ludeman was very good for Los Gatos. Matt getting some help here from his shortstop as Musser gets the out at second and fires to first for the inning-ending double play. The Cats with a runner on with 2 outs in the fourth as Justin Mazzaferro just crushes this one. A line shot to the fence in center field. It's a double for Mazzaferro, but the Cats did not score. And that's because Baum was dealing a big dose of Uncle Charlie. This K ends the fourth. Top 7 now, and Baum gets a 1-out single to get the rally going. Baum gets to third with 1 out as Kai McQuitty rips it through the drawn-in infield to tie the game at 1-1. We go to extras. Bottom of the 9th now. Runner at third for the Wildcats, and it's Musser again, this time sneaking it through the right side. Scoring is Trenton Welsh, and it's a walk-off for Musser, who was very excited about the whole thing as the Cats win it 2-1 in 9 innings, sweeping the series and going 2-0 in the De Anza League.
Back to softball as Pinole Valley battles Bishop O'Dowd. Mackenzie Ortega looking to get going in the circle, and here she gets one of her 7 strikeouts. But the Dragons are threatening in the first. Runner on for Tulip Barnes, and the junior cranks this ball out the left, and it gets by the outfielder and is rolling to the fence as Jayla Mercado scores 1-0 O'Dowd. To the bottom half, check this out. It looks like a routine foul ball, but Andrea Evans makes a wonderful sliding catch to get the out. What a play. Emma Brown had a strong outing. The freshman was dealing. Here she gets one of her 7 Ks. Third inning now, and the Dragons put up a 4 spot. Olivia Marletta hits a high fly ball out the left center, and this ball is heading to the fence. Barnes scores, and what do they do after a knock? Boom! Boom! Still in the third, Frankie Aquino crushes this ball out the left, and that's an RBI double to bring home Marletta. Dragons tack on another run to make it 5-0, and Bishop O'Dowd would run away with this one. 3 hits in the ballgame for Riley Veenstra, which includes this RBI single in the 6th. Bishop O'Dowd improves to 11-4 on the season, beating Pinole Valley 10-0.
Lexus of Stevens Creek brings us the Volunteer Award, leading to $10,000 in scholarships to be handed out by Lexus of Stevens Creek.
We are now in the voting phase of the Scholarship Awards. You can go online using this QR code to vote for your favorite volunteer. The top 10 vote recipients will then submit essays to determine which 5 student athletes will split the $10,000 in scholarship money. So go and vote right now.
Valley Christian High School is always on a quest for excellence, so Valley Christian honors young student athletes who are on their own quest for excellence. Here is Dylan Wharton from Christopher High School.
My goal is to go to college, get my degree, and from there I want to become a therapist because I've always wanted to help people growing up, and I've always been told I'm a good talker and good at talking to people on a deep personal level. I just feel like that'd be such an amazing thing.
Valley Christian High School hosted its annual Navigating College Admissions event, equipping students and parents with expert guidance on the college application process. Sessions covered financial aid, career pathways, and admission strategies. Speakers addressed common challenges and offered advice to help families find the right college fit. There was also a college and resource fair connecting families directly with schools. Organized by the high school counseling team, this event continues to help VCS families take the next step in their academic journey with confidence. Find out more and become a warrior at vcs.net.
Coming up, Foothill and De La Salle battle in the East Bay League.
And San Mateo meets Woodside on the peninsula, but first, here is this week's learning tip from the Schwab Learning Center.
Our SLC learning specialists are here to help you develop skills and share tips that make learning with dyslexia easier, like adjusting the font and spacing of the text to help keep track of lines when reading, incorporating multisensory learning using visual, auditory, and tactile techniques to reinforce learning, breaking instructions into small steps to ensure understanding before moving on. Discover the power of personalized learning support at the Schwab Learning Center.
East Bay League baseball now with Foothill meeting De La Salle this week. The Falcons feature senior Ryan Westcott and his .480 batting average.
De La Salle has an outstanding junior catcher in Zach Jayon, who is batting .364 to lead the Spartans. East Bay League action at De La Salle Friday.
A big East Bay League matchup Friday afternoon as De La Salle takes on Foothill on its brand new field. Roman Bartosh on the mound for the Spartans, and Roman gets one of his 9 Ks of the day here. No score after 1. De La Salle looking to break through in the second, but Ryan Westcott makes the catch for 1, then steps on the bag for the unassisted double play. Still no score after 2. Top 3 now, and George Schmidt launches one deep to center field. That ball is gone! A 3-run shot for the junior as the Foothill Falcons take a 3-0 lead after 3. Foothill on the board again in the 5th as George Smith flies one to left field. That's deep enough to score the freshman Aiden Tavares, and it's 4-0 Foothill Falcons. But here come the Spartans. Antonio Castro lines one to center field for a base hit as Ethan Sullivan comes in to score. 4-1 Foothill Falcons after 5. Foothill would score one in the top of the 6th to make it 5-1. Then in the bottom half, Sam Lakey sends one to deep left field. Zach Jayan scores. Right behind them is John Salter, and it's a 1-run game. Then a few moments later, Tyler Spangler grounds one up the middle for a base hit. Sam Lakey comes home, and the game is tied at 4 after 6. 2-1 in the 7th for Jacob Gray, and the freshman shoots it to left. Alec Blair scores as the Spartans walk it off to go to 5-2 in the season. 2-1 in the East Bay League.
2 of the best boys lacrosse teams facing off, with Marin Catholic taking the trek down to Sacred Heart Prep. The Wildcats showing fight early. Jake Holmes taking a strong shot with his left, and Marin Catholic would lead it 2-0 after 1. Second quarter, SHP down by 1 here when Cole Staley nails the equalizer, and we are all knotted up at 2. The Gators go on a tear. Connor List turns and gets that physical shot to go. SHP scores 6 unanswered in the second quarter. John Barnes grabbing one of his 2 goals here, committed to playing at Princeton just like his older brothers Tommy and Billy. 6-2 Gators at the break. MC chipping away at that deficit. Chase Rugg driving to the cage and gets that shot to go. The Cats with a crazy comeback, down 7-6 here. Ramsey Peterson skips in the tying goal, and we are all tied at 7 heading into the final quarter. 40 seconds left. Same score. Andrew Shen gets a screen from Jack Garlinghouse and shoots low. SHP takes the 8-7 lead. Wildcats win the ensuing face-off. This is for the tie, but Hampton Galletti comes up with his 15th save of the game to end it. Sacred Heart Prep wins this nail-biter 8-7. Bernardi Zerrata is your faithful injury attorney, bringing us the hometown hero every week.
This week's Bernardi Zerrata hometown hero is Derek Smith. Derek has spent his life not only watching basketball games like he is here, but coaching at the Right Way Academy at Castro Valley High School and with the Oakland Rebels. Derek has dedicated his life to helping young people as a counselor at Alameda County's Juvenile Probation Department. Derek Smith, this week's Bernardi Zerrata hometown hero.
Albany's Construction brings us the Dirty Work Play every week. This is a play that shows the same type of grit and determination, brought to you by all of the good folks at Albany's Construction.
This week's Dirty Work Play goes to Luke Goddard from the Los Gatos lacrosse team. Luke scoring despite the contact in the Cats game last week. Luke Goddard doing the dirty work, just like our good friends at Albany's Construction. Coming up, Bishop O'Dowd and Castro Valley in a West Alameda Foothill League game.
Then we head back to the softball diamond for San Mateo and Woodside right here on 49ers Cal High Sports, presented by U.S. Bank.
At U.S. Bank, when we say we're in it with you, we mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and the celebrations, but for all the hard work it took to get there. We are in for all of it. It's tough for sure, but less tough when you have the right people by your side, like Kayla from Kansas City and thousands of other bankers around the country. Because together we're proving there's nothing as powerful as the power of us.
Get ready for the most exhilarating season yet. Sharks Ice Hockey is hosting 34 teams spanning from Fresno to Reno. Over 700 hockey players all competing for state and national titles. Be part of the thrilling action. Experience the speed, the skill, and the passion from these young hockey players. Games are played at Sharks Ice locations from all over the Bay Area. Looking to join, support, or to find games? Go to sharkshighschoolhockey.com.
Be a part of the biggest season of Earthquake soccer. The league's biggest rivalries. Soccer's biggest stars. All on the Bay's biggest stages. Race for impact.
That's a charming hat.
Snag your Youth Charm hat for Youth Baseball Day on April 6th. Giant style for every young fan. Giants baseball, nothing like it.
The West Alameda County Foothill League looks very competitive this season, with all but one team coming into league play with winning records.
Two of those teams meeting this week to begin league play. It's Bishop O'Dowd and Castro Valley in our Crumble Cookies game of the week. You win the game, you get some cookies. Our Adrian Soriano was there.
Welcome to Bishop O'Dowd High School for Game 2 of the Home and Home series between the Dragons and Castro Valley. Both teams feature outstanding hitters. For Castro Valley, it's senior Gilbert Seidel, who's hitting .462 with 14 RBIs on the season. For Bishop O'Dowd, it's senior Evan Garrison, the tight end on the football team. Evan is hitting .417 with 10 hits and 7 RBIs. It's Castro Valley and Bishop O'Dowd in our Crumble Cookies Game of the Week. The Trojans on the board right away. David Colon sends one deep to left field. That falls in and rolls past everybody for a double as Anthony Mars races in to score 1-0 Castro Valley. Then how about some small ball? Braden Spade grounds one to second. The Dragons get the out at first, but Aiden Hackbarth scores. It's 2-0 Trojans. Next batter, Ryan Thanos, and he grounds another one to second. The throw to first is off as David Colon comes home. The Trojans get more runs on a bases-loaded walk and a hit by pitch. 5-0 CV after one. Castro Valley looking for more in the second, but Evan Garrison makes a nice diving catch in foul territory to take away a base hit. Still 5-0 Trojans after 2. Top 3 now when Anthony Marsh chops it to second. Bishop O'Dowd gets the out of first, but Arthur Sims comes in to score. 6-0 Trojans. Then a short time later, the pitch gets away. Owen Seidel races in to score. CV gets another run on an error as the Trojans take an 8-0 lead. Owen Seidel was brilliant all night long for Castro Valley. Owen striking out the side in order. Still 8-0 Castro Valley Trojans after 3. 2-on-2 out for the Dragons in the 6th, but Owen Seidel gets out of it as Owen gets the batter to chase for his 11th strikeout. The game is called in the 7th inning because the lights went out, so Castro Valley sweeps Bishop O'Dowd to go to 2-0 in the West Alameda County Foothill League. Here's Owen Seidel after the game.
We carried the momentum from Tuesday, won there, won at home, came here, and showed them who was boss. We got a lot of returns from last year, so we're got good chemistry. Yeah, let's bring it through the rest of the league.
In Oakland with the Crumble Cookies Game of the Week, I'm Adrian Soriano, 49ers Cal High Sports.
It's springtime in Woodside. The Wildcats taking on San Mateo to open up Peninsula Bay League play. Top of the 3rd, Rachel Warner leads off the inning with a base knock right up the middle. 2 batters later, there are 2 runners on for Alice Hahn. Alice with a perfect bunt down the first baseline. The throw goes into the outfield. Warner scores. Destina Zhao to third, 1-0 Bearcats. San Mateo has some talented slappers. Demi Alfonso chops it to short. Scoring on the fielder's choice is Zhao. San Mateo would score 3 in the inning. Pitcher Hannah Walker gets out of the inning with the backwards K, and it is 3-0 San Mateo after 1. Bottom half of the 3rd, Woodside has a runner on for Angelina Aranda. A check swing, but Angelina lines it through the left side. That puts runners on 1st and 2nd. Up next is Marissa Calderon, and that ball is hit hard and deep to left center. One-hopping the fence. Lacey Barstad scores. The double from Calderon scores 1 for Woodside. 2 batters later, it's 3-2 San Mateo. Caroline Ong gets all of that one. A rocket to right field. Scoring on the 2-out double is Walker, and this game is all tied at 3. Next batter hits a soft liner to the right side, and Alfonso gets the diving catch at second to end the inning. Same score in the 5th inning. San Mateo with a runner on second for Jordan Davies, who smacks a base hit to shallow left field. Scoring from second is Hahn, and San Mateo would tack on one more as insurance as a very young San Mateo team goes to 1-0 in Peninsula Bay League play, 7-2 on the year. The Mountain View Spartans are having a great start to their season.
I met with the Spartans at the Rica Center earlier this week to talk about it. We are here at the Rica Center for Human Enhancement, where goals are achieved. And here they are, the Mountain View Spartans baseball teams. Welcome to the Rica Center, guys. Right here with me is Austin Jew. Austin leading the team in hitting so far this year. Congratulations on that. What is it that you guys have going so far to start the season so well?
Yeah, we just have a young team, and everyone's just doing their job, and when everyone's doing their job, it's just we're successful.
Yeah, and Brennan Dooley here in the middle is doing a good job pitching?
Yeah, of course, bro. He's been doing it since last year. He's just throwing strikes and getting outs every single time.
All right, very good. Let's go talk to him. Brennan, this team, high hopes this year in your division, starting out with Milpitas this week. What do you think you guys can accomplish?
I think we...
Go ahead and take the mic.
I'm sorry. I think we could accomplish a lot. I like our guys. I like our chances. Austin's been playing great. Luke's been playing great. We just have to keep it up. We have to keep being humble and keep fighting.
Austin is awesome. Is that right?
Totally awesome. Awesome.
Very good. Xander Yoakum here. Xander is a sophomore on the team. Tell me about what you guys think that you can accomplish. This is a tough league, a lot of tough teams, and you're getting going this week. Tell me about that.
Well, yeah, there's definitely a lot of tough teams in the league. I just think that with our team that we got here, with the mentality we bring to every game, we can come out on top. We can do the best we can. Yeah,
and they're talking about this being a young team. You're a sophomore. What are the leaders of this team, the older guys, bring to you younger players?
They bring a lot of experience to the team. Provide a lot to the team.
You got a lot of jokers and stuff behind your team.
Yeah, we like to have fun here on the team.
Very good. That's a big part of it. You got to have fun. All right, Mountain View Spartans, congratulations, guys, on your season so far. Good luck the rest of the way. Take us out with a break.
Spartans on me, Spartans on 3. 1, 2, 3, Spartans!
Coming up, East Bay League softball action with Amador Valley and Livermore.
But first, here is the U.S. Bank Bay Area Top 10 Baseball Poll. The Livermore Cowboys softball team looking very strong again this year with a 5-2 record, 1-0 in the East Bay League. The Cowboys' Kimber Dow is hitting .529 this season.
Amador Valley is 4-2 overall, 1-0 in league. The Dons' My Falcone is hitting .550 for the Dons, and East Bay League tussle played Tuesday afternoon.
An East Bay League showdown in Livermore as the Cowboys host Amador Valley. Some great defense early. Top one. Here's a high fly ball out to left as Eliza Garochi makes an outstanding diving catch to get the out. And Livermore brought the bats. Runners on for Lane Makoski, and the Northwestern commit ropes one out the left for a double as Sophia Garochi and Maggie Pike come home to score. 2-zip Cowboys, and that deserves an air 5. But Kaylee Davis bounced back in the second inning for Amador Valley, striking out the side. 3 of her 5 strikeouts for the Cal Poly-bound senior. Livermore looks to add to its lead in the bottom of the third. High fly ball out the deep left center, but Rhea Sharda makes a diving catch towards the fence, and that's play of the week material. But Lane Makoski is like, okay, I'll come back at you with a great diving stop. She throws from her knees to get the out. What a play. Still 2-zip Cowboys, but Livermore adds a run in the 5th inning. Sophia Garochi smacks this ball out the deep left center for an RBI double as the University of Illinois Chicago commit brings home her sister Eliza. 3-zip Cowboys, and Casey Norton did her job in the circle. A complete game shutout, allowing just 1 hit, and here she gets the final out with this strikeout as Livermore takes care of business on its new home field. 3-0 was the final.
The Harker School brings us the Scholar Athlete Award each week. This week's Harker Scholar Athlete is Toby Trotter from the King's Academy. Toby is great on the baseball field and in the classroom with a 4.04 GPA.
Brought to you by the Harker School. The Harker Upper School Conservatory recently staged its production of the spring musical, the perennial Broadway favorite, Guys and Dolls. At Harker, transitional kindergarten through 12th grade students discover their passions. Learn more at harker.org.
DGDG.com brings us the Be Happy Play each week. This is a play in a game that made everybody happy.
This week's Be Happy Play goes to the Castro Valley Trojans. The Trojans up by 1 with 2 down in the bottom of the 7th as Alicia Robertson snags the line drive for the final out, and the Trojans were very happy about it. Want to be a happy car buyer? Go to DGDG.com.
Coming up, it's the Service by Medallion Play of the Week. We'll see which play gets it next.
But first, here is this week's financial tip for teens and their parents, sponsored by Lumen Digital.
Set financial goals and decide what you want to save for. And set specific, achievable goals. Use financial wellness tools and personalized dashboards to track progress towards goals.
Service by Medallion brings us the Play of the Week every week. It's a play we thought was the very best from all of the plays this week.
Here's Adrian Soriano with this week's Play of the Week.
We start off with Castro Valley's Alicia Robertson with this diving play to end the game. To the East Bay League now for Amador Valley's Rhea Sharda with this diving catch in the outfield. How about Livermore's Eliza Garochi with this play? But the Play of the Week goes to her teammate Lane Makoski with the diving stop, and from her knees throws out the runner at first. One more time, Lane Makoski, you just won the Play of the Week.
That's the Play of the Week, and that's 49ers Cal High Sports for this week. Thanks for joining us. I'm Robert Brownstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Join us next week to meet the Christopher track star, not letting autism slow him down. We'll see you then.
Thanks for watching. Please join our YouTube memberships to get early access to highlights and our podcast, Covered Cal High.
You'll also be able to see full game videos and vote for the Players of the Week. So click join and make sure to tune in every Sunday night at 6 p.m. on NBC Sports California. We'll see you at the games.